Here in New Jersey, we see deer. Lots of deer. But you only see one type of deer, and that's the white-tailed deer. But the truth is, there are so many other types of deer in the world. One of which is the Brocket deer, which lived in the forest of Bare Colorado Island, as well as other places in Central and South America. To find out about these deer, let's explore exactly what the white-tail and Brocket deer are. The white-tailed deer is the smallest member of the North American deer family. These deer are found from southern Canada to South America. That means they also live in New Jersey. That's no surprise, since you've probably seen them in your backyard. During the summer, they live in fields and meadows, while they use clumps of broad leaves and coniferous forest for shades. But during the winter, they usually stay in forests that protect them from harsh conditions. Adult whitetails' coats are tan or brown during the summer, but they turn to a duller grayish-brown in the winter. Its coat is white on the throat, around its eyes and nose, on its stomach, and on the underside of the tail. Male deer can weigh between 150 and 300 pounds, and females can weigh between 90 and 200 pounds. In the summer and fall, male deer can be recognized by their antlers, which grow each year and fall off in the winter. These antlers are only grown by bucks, and the antlers have sharp points called tines. Fawns, or young deer, have a reddish-brown coat and white spots. This helps them blend in with their surrounding forests. White-tailed deers are herbivores, meaning that they only eat vegetation and plant matter. They graze on most available foods, due to their ability to digest a variety of different foods because its stomach has 4 chambers. They feed early in morning hours and in the late afternoon. A white-tailed deer may eat green plants in the spring and summer, but corn, acorn, or other nuts in the fall. In the winter, it may eat buds and twigs of woody plants. White-tailed deer live in fields, brush, and wooded areas, which ideally include a mixture of trees, shrubs, vines, forbs, grasses, and other plants, such as fungi and sedges. In some places, white-tailed deer are overpopulated due to the lack of natural predators. Also, suburban development creates an ideal natural habitat for the white-tailed deer. In fact, there are more deer today than there ever were in any period of history. White-tailed deer have strong legs that give them impeccable speed and agility. They can sprint as fast as 30 miles per hour and leap as high as 10 feet. When a white-tailed deer is alarmed, it will raise its tail, revealing the white fur that gives the deer its name. When a mother deer is alarmed and runs, raising her tail helps her fawns follow her. The life cycle of a white-tailed deer usually lasts 10 years. It starts with when a female deer, called a doe, gives birth to a baby deer, called a fawn, after a gestation period of 7 months. Females usually give birth in May or June. The mating season of the white-tailed deer is called the rut. During the rut, bucks fight over their territory using their antlers. Brocket deer, a completely different species in a completely different part of our planet. Brocket deer are just one other species of deer, and they live in dense tropical forests of Central and South America, usually near water. They also live in the Amazon rainforest and are well adapted to rainforest life. Brocket deer have reddish-brown coats and small rounded bodies with slender legs. They have large brown eyes and mobile pink ears. They range from 2.3 to 4.5 feet, or 70 to 140 centimeters in length. Their weight ranges from 17 to 66 pounds, or 8 to 30 kilograms. When Brocket deer have antlers, they are short and fall off very infrequently. Brocket deer feed on vegetation like leaves, fruits, grass, shoots, and buds. They're herbivores, so they eat these plants found in their territories. Brocket deer chew their cud, which is a portion of food that returns from the deer's stomach to their mouth to be chewed for the second time. Brocket deer are very shy and secretive, so they're rarely ever seen. They usually live alone or in pairs, and they stay in their own small territory. Their defense from predators is to hide in nearby vegetation. Brocket deer are predated by jaguars and pumas. On Barra, Colorado Island, brockets will often sleep along the trails or chew their cud. When alarmed, brocket deer will produce a loud sneezing snort and stamp their front feet. Brockets can be nocturnal as well as crepuscular. Brocket deer usually live to be 7 to 12 years old. Brockets are born after a gestation period of approximately 210 days, and does only bear one deer at a time. Brocket deer are weaned at about 6 months of age. Fawns are small and have rows of white dots along their sides. They are often left alone, but the mother will always return to feed them. So, how are brocket deer and white-tailed deer different? Well, first of all, think about size. A brocket deer is only 2/3 of the size of a whitetail. How about shape? Brockets have rounded backs and proportionately large rumps. A whitetail, on the other hand, has a flat spine. And then there's the antlers. Do you remember what I said about white-tailed antlers and brocket's antlers? Well, whitetails have larger, spikier antlers, whereas brockets have short antlers that rarely ever break. And lastly, brockets give birth to only one fawn at a time. Whitetails can bear up to 3 fawns. So, as you can see, white-tailed deer and brocket deer are so different, yet so similar. To learn more about these deer, go to www.montclair.edu or nationalgeographic.com.